Alright, so I went out and got the new BG4500 Daiwa. I got some line, 500 yards of 30-pound braid. And I went and bought a new rod. I don't know anything about it, I don't know how good it's going to be. It's an Okuma. I couldn't get any rods anywhere. Everything is out of stock. I went to Cabela's, they only had a couple of these left, and that was pretty much it. So most of the stores don't have anything right now. Even Amazon, everything's out of stock. I guess this whole scandemic thing going on. Alright, so let's open this rod up and see what we got here. Hey Fiona. Let me turn that light on. Let's see what we got. If it's any good or not. It's a 10-foot Okuma Longitude, I think it was called, Surf Rod. I have to renew or update a lot of my surf stuff because I've been sending a lot of it to the other house in North Carolina. So I left my star rod, one of my pens. I think the Daiwa 8000 reel I left down there, and the Shimano reel I left down there. On a couple other little cheaper setups for like the kids and stuff. So let's see what we got here. Alright, so that's what it is, the Longitude. It's an Okuma. It's a 10-foot, 2-piece, obviously. So let's get all the packaging and then we'll see what we got here. I'll put this 30-pound braid on the Daiwa here, paired with the rod, the new Okuma rod. So I don't have my typical setup here. This is mainly a wood shop, so it's a mess. Let's pull this off. Put this guy on. It's gonna be a little tight. Maybe too tight. Yeah, maybe too tight. Let's see what else I have here that I could use. This may not work though because it's too loose. Try to make something work with that. That may work, I just can't go too hard. Alright. Alright. So it'll pair with this reel. Let's get everything set up and then we'll start spooling. Alright, let's put this in there. Tighten this up. It's really not important how you do your knot. I just like to do. It's kind of like a cinch knot. Go around one more time. Then I'll come through the hole here. This way. It's going to come off the spool counterclockwise, but you're going to turn your reel clockwise. Alright, let's got the tag in. drop down the reel, the bail, and really just be able to start tightening it up. I like to hold my hands tight on the reel. So it does hurt. Sometimes I put tape on it. I actually may do that. It starts to burn my fingers off. Put some tape on. I burn my hands. It really just starts swollen it on. I'm gonna keep it tight. I like to give a little angle. You can see it better. I'm going to put about 300 yards on this. Paper towel between my fingers and the line. I'm starting to burn. Alright, it's going on nice, it's going pretty even. Alright, so just about done. I like to keep a little bit of a lip here. I think I'm good. Alright, let's feed it through. Loosen the drag. Let's feed it through. Oh, there they are. I like to put these quick connects on. I thought I had a bigger one somewhere. So make sure I don't have bigger ones. These setups here. Maybe not. They have to be in the space. One. It might be in the kayaks. Alright, well, anyway, we'll just use one of these for now. I love these things. I swear by them, and I use them pretty much everything. So I'll tie this on. You know what? I'm going to look and see if I have bigger ones. There they are. Boom. These are a little bit bigger. Okay, how I make a line, the high-low rig. I'm going to use 50-pound mono for this, just to hopefully see the line a little better, a little thicker. AKA pompano rig, 2-drop rig, whatever you want to call it. This is a good rig for surf fishing. So I take about 5 feet or so of line. And I'll cut it. Okay, so I'll take the one end. This will be the bottom or top, doesn't matter. And I'll fold it, just like that. Then I'll wrap around my finger twice, which is, I guess you call a surgeon's knot. Hopefully you can see that. So I have a little loop here, so now I'll bring my end, my first drop, through that loop. Hope you can see that. Okay, so that's one drop. This is just an example. They could be longer. I don't like them too long. And then I'll do this, the other one here. This will be my top drop. Now the surgeon's knot. 2 twists around my finger, index finger. And then I come through the loop, the hole with the loop, and just pull it. Then I'll take both ends and just, I'll wet them both a little bit. And now I have 2 drops, and I'll just pull them a little bit, just to cinch them. Okay, so now I like to use beads and floats. So for this one, I'll just throw a little green bead. If you can see all this. Feed the bead, one bead in, and then I'll take a float. We're going to kind of press these. Feed it through the float, and then for a little more flash, I'll throw another bead. One, so I'll sandwich the float between beads. All right, so that's one, and then for this, I'm going to use 3/0 hooks. So technically all you need for these are some hooks, a pair of pliers maybe, a cutter, barrel swivel, and a bottom drop for your weight. So now I'll take the end of the loop for my first drop, and I'll take my hook, and my hook will be facing inwards, and I'll feed through. And then I'll come around the loop through the end of the hook where the barb is and just pull through. Now the good thing about this is if I don't have to change this hook out, I just feed it back through. Alright, so that's one drop. To repeat this up for the second drop. Hope you can see all this. Bead. Float. And the floats are good because it helps suspend your bait when you have it on the bottom, when you cast it out. Another bead. You use different color beads or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just gives a little bling. Fish like little flashiness. Then I'll feed it through the hook again with the hook facing inwards. Come around, pull through. Just cinch it up. Okay, so now I have both my drops. Now one's going to be the top, one's going to be the bottom. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to make this the top. So the top I'm just going to put a barrel swivel on. And for this I'm just going to do a clinch knot. Loop. And about 5 wraps. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull through the loop, wet it, pull. Here's where I like to use the pliers the most, to really be able to grab this thing and pull it. Cut the tag end. And then for the bottom, I'll put my weight holder on, whatever you want to call it. It's another barrel swivel with a little connection for your weight. I'm going to tie the same exact knot. Little clinch knot. 3, 4, 5. Pull through. What? Cinch it. Like I said, I'd like to use the pliers to really hold it. And your knot should look like that. Comes at the bottom. So this will be your top, this will be your bottom. And here, so this will feed on your line, your braid connection, which I usually use a quick connect, and then the bottom will just be a weight. I'll just show you. Just take the weight through. And that's it. So this is how you feed on your rod. This is how it should look in the water. Put your bait on, fish bites, fish gum, fresh bait, whatever. And that's it. Hope that helps you if you're ever setting up your rigs. You could do that in 5 minutes if you have the stuff. You don't need these beads, you don't need the floats technically, but they definitely help. But it's good to have them. But really, you could just do the 2 drops or 1 drop, barrel swivel, and a connection for your weight, whatever you want to use. All right, that's it.